All right. Let's just start by listing what's the most important stuff we have going on to talk about. Um, Victor just did a PR a couple of hours ago, which looks nice. Abdul has another PR with the GitHub integration. Um, and yeah, I want to bring up the token usage issue. And that's basically all that's critical. I know Akhilesh and I were doing some debugging yesterday, but I don't think it needs to be addressed during this meeting because it's not blocking anything. Is there anything else that we should cover?
Yeah, the next steps for the AI integration,
Sure.
the front end UI updates,
Yeah.
and the next features that we wanna add.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So how about I'll go quickly through those three things, um, and then you can take it. You can take over for the AI chat,
Yeah, yeah,
which is working on production now.
Right.
yeah, yeah. It
Great.
is.
Yeah, it is. I tested it yesterday. Um, nice. Okay. So let me pull up this. So pull requests. Let's look at Abdul. Okay. Abdul, do you want to take just 1 minute to describe what you've done here?
So basically, previously I noted that when there are
Wait,
no
1 second.
file cha-
I forgot that it wasn't. I thought it was on the screen. That's my fault. There. Okay. Go ahead.
yeah, so basically I previously noted that our code was allowing us to commit even though there were no file changes in our code, right? So I basically
Mm-hmm.
implemented a section that showed at real time that what files have we changed in our code base. So if we edit a file, right, or if we create a file, or like if we delete a file, it will show that file name and just a message, right, that modified, create or delete, something like that. And before committing, it will just do a check that if there are any change files, only then we will commit, or else it will show a toast that there are no changes. Otherwise, previously it was creating empty comments in our GitHub repo. Also, another thing that I noticed previously, I also raised a issue for that whenever we are creating a repo or pushing code or pulling code, if during the pulling or any other function we switch over the tabs, the button states were getting reset.
Yeah.
Like the loading state were not persisting. So I also added global states for that too. That's it for the PR.
That's
Use
nice.
GitHub loading states. Okay. Um, nice. What were you using for state management, Victor?
We're using Zustand, I think predominantly for the GitHub integration. We're just
Okay.
using React Query to get the data.
So that might be maybe we should be using Susten for this, possibly, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look into that. Maybe you can have a look at this PR. You don't have to. Don't change anything. But if you have a feedback for Abdul, uh, let
Hmm.
him let him do it. He's really good at replying to feedback.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
Well, awesome work out there.
yeah,
Yeah, nice, really nice work, Abdul.
Yeah, sure.
yeah. It's great. Looking forward to wrapping this up, and I will go through
Yes.
this. I think this is basically it for the GitHub integration for now. I'll go through all of the code with him, make sure that um, it's well organized, and then he can move on to something new.
Yeah.
Okay, um, this one, Victor. Okay, Victor, you want to explain this one?
Yeah. So let's try to like improve the user experience and the way the preview for
Hmm.
the preview of the sandbox, like the code, how it looks like. So basically now you have like really nice organization of where the icons should be
Yeah,
and the functionality are like well known. For now we have like a tooltip that shows you what each button is for. Because at the time when I first saw like the buttons. I didn't know what they were for. For instance, I didn't know what
Yeah.
that was being moved. I didn't know what was going to be moved to collapse on those. So I
Yeah.
added two tips. I also added this new sort of maximize feature where you can like maximize the view, because now it's the preview pane is a bit too small. I might want to like maybe inspect or see how your app looks like on a larger
Yeah.
screen. To probably copy the link and paste it somewhere else. But now you can inside the editor you can like make the preview pane larger, like over almost of the whole screen. And you can see it larger, and with an additional option to like open in a new tab like view what you currently have. So that what I did. I don't know if there's a need for me to like show that right now. Maybe do a demo, but I don't know. But that's what I did.
Okay.
Also, made sure to added this functionality. I think I wanted to like get your feedback about it. But right now, whenever you open like a new sandbox, it automatically runs the start function, like the run button automatically like runs the function behind the scene. So basically, you open a sandbox within a few seconds, the preview is live for you to see, and your timeline already started running, rather than you having to manually click on the run button every single time you get to the page. I think that's a I think quality of
Actually,
life improvement. What
say
do you
that
guys
again,
think?
the last part about the run button.
Yeah, so it automatically like clicks it for you, like runs the function behind the scene on mount. So when you get to the page,
Uh huh.
automatically runs the run function, shows the preview of
Oh.
code.
Sorry, I didn't get that quite.
All right, let me go one more time.
You're saying that the run the that when you go to the project, it starts the
Mhm.
preview automatically.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Um.
But then, how do you how do you start the preview now? Because the run buttons are not. I mean, it's disabled. It's disabled by default. Then,
Mhm.
how do you start the preview now?
All right, so the way I did it is that whenever the socket is ready, like there's a state that I added to the socket context that checks whenever the socket is ready, and when it is ready, I automatically run the function through it. So it creates
Oh,
a terminal, it reads the terminal for the preview URL, then
okay,
automatically
yeah,
opens the preview.
okay, yeah, 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 it worked for me.
Yeah. That could be good. Feature to have. I wasn't thinking about that, but that could be nice.
Yeah, I got the inspiration from V0. I noticed that anytime I open like one of my chats on V0, the preview is already there. So
Yeah.
it takes
Yeah.
some time, but it does boots up almost immediately.
For sure.
Oh,
Cool.
and it starts the preview right where the socket is ready. So
Yeah.
anytime, so it's not like the user have to start the preview. It's
Hmm.
runs regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So I just wanted to talk quickly about the the UI management of the UI. Like, I know that you're focused on improving the preview pane,
Hmm.
but I think that if we just take a step back and we think about, I'll bring it up, and we just think about the layout overall, I think that's a better place to start because I agree a lot of things were confusing about it, but I think that's also just, I think there's a larger issue at hand. So let's look. Okay, so this is what we have now. So you can see it. Yeah. So we have the editor, and then we have the terminals, and we have the preview,
Hmm.
and then we have the AI chat. And when the AI chat comes, when we have these 5 different things. Um, in time, there might be more. I mean, we might want to add more things, presumably here,
Yeah.
um, for sure. I don't know what they will be, but maybe my mind is blank. But maybe like something to do with deployments or database or um, search or something. Like there could be different things, and this what we have now isn't really going to scale. Like as we want to add more different panes. If we look at what what Replit does. You click on preview here, and it opens a preview here. Um, that's kind of weird, actually, but you can really easily, you know,
Okay.
you
So
can
it's
really
modular.
easily,
Yeah.
yeah. You guys have never seen this, but
This is awesome.
it makes a lot of sense if you think about this, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
like it's not limiting you. Now that's pretty advanced. And if you go to Code Sandbox, I'd say it's pretty similar what they have. Actually, it's very similar. Um, a little bit less. Looks like a little bit less smooth, but it works well. And they also have this,
Hmm.
uh, and then JS Fiddle. Not as advanced, but still, like it's kind of flexible with these
Yeah.
different modes. What we have now, I just feel that this not gonna work forever. Um, it's too rigid, and for someone, I'm on a very small screen. Like, um, it's also a little bit annoying sometimes. So, anyways, what I want to say is that I don't feel like this feature and this feature. Oh yeah, are going to. I don't feel like those are gonna last that long, anyways. Like, I feel like we're gonna have to come up with something more flexible in the next couple of months. You know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what I'm
Well,
trying to say is, it'd be a shame if we put so much effort into it now and then we just delete it later because we realize that we want something more flexible. That's
that's
what I'm
true.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
trying. So try and think of the big picture of like how we want the overall window system rather than just one pane, because I do
Oh,
think like uh, like what the other ones do. Um, they just close the. You could just close the preview, and then when you want the preview, it just opens. And then they also have so like here. Um, so in Replit, if you don't have the preview open, and you click run, okay, this opens, and then this opens automatically.
okay.
Close it, and if I click, then you also have a preview here. Then that also opens it.
That's it.
So
All
I,
right.
I find that to be like a little more,
Yeah.
yeah, obvious solution. Just saying.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But I don't. I'm not saying like we have to do it now. I'm just saying keep that in mind that like
Mhm.
general direction we want to go is to be like a full IDE, um, and then we're gonna have to remove these very specific functions uh, for the individual panes.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Like you can imagine some people they might just want to have the preview and the AI chat open. That would be like something that some people might want to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we don't want to program that in as a specific layout. We just want that to be flexible. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like going with some modular layout like Replit and Code Sandbox is the way to go here because there will be a whole bunch of things that will be added. So
Yeah.
that makes sense, and we should just let the users decide how they want to put it.
Yeah. Uh, definitely that's the direction we want to go there. And then on the left side we already have that awesome sidebar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We can literally just put stuff there.
Yeah, we can put stuff there. Yeah, exactly.
It's looking pretty empty on the sidebar.
Yeah.
Just a thought. And then so yeah, just something to think about. And then the final thing that I wanted to talk about was, oh yeah, I just wanted to talk about token usage really quickly.
Hmm.
I have a pretty good idea what the token usage issue is.
Uh huh.
Um, and basically, So I've been seeing like this crazy, like the like pretty high costs, billing costs, and I was pretty sure it was not a leaked API key or something because it's like it's within it seems within reason. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
Like it's not something crazy, and what I believe is happening is actually really obvious. Um, when you have a chat, Akhilesh, um, is it correct that the whole chat history gets sent every time to the API, right?
Uh, y- yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So if I have a chat, then basically like each time I make, let's say it's like 1,000 tokens for a request. Um, let's say the response of the AI gives like 1,000 tokens, and the system prompt is maybe 1,000 tokens. Um, then your first chat message will be 2,000 tokens, and then the second one will be 3,000 tokens, and then the next one will be 4,000 tokens as the chat gets longer and longer. So I believe what's happening. I haven't really tested this, but it seems pretty straightforward to me that basically whenever someone does like a chat, that it ends up it ends up using like lots and lots of tokens, and that's that's I can see that because we're using like 10 times more input tokens than output tokens. I can see that on the Cloud console. So it's all input tokens. Easy solution is that we just downgrade to Claude. What's it? Claude Sonnet.
Yeah, Cloud for Sonnet. Yeah,
Yeah,
we can do that.
we just change to Claude Sonnet, and then it won't be an issue because everything will be much cheaper.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but that's just something to keep in mind that yeah, we won't be able to afford that with Opus for every chat.
yeah. That is true. Um, and yeah. So just refining the way that we are currently handling the system prompts, and what we are sending with each message request to the AI.
Well, I would say just we could just change it to Sonnet.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if being stingy on the tokens is gonna be like the way to go in the long run. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that is true.
Like
Yeah,
obviously we should take out things that are wasteful, but like yeah. Um yeah, I think being greedy with tokens, using lots of tokens is probably how is yeah, is why a lot of the tools are so successful.
that is true. Yeah,
So I think yeah, we just use cheaper, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we can afford Opus. I don't really see a solution to that.
yeah. And the other solution to that is, I was gonna bring it up when
Yeah,
we start talking about AI
yeah,
integration. So this solution would be just to let the users bring their own API key and choose their
yeah,
models instead of just us providing. I mean, we will provide right off the bat, but for
yeah,
selected models, like only Claude Sonnet 4, and
yeah,
for everything else you just need to bring your own API key.
yeah. I think that's great. And then if we actually see a lot of people doing like getting to that point,
Yeah,
then we can just add in paid plans.
yeah, exactly.
So, but bring your own API key is perfect.
Yeah, so yeah, so I was so the next um, next part of the AI integration was first first extending it so that the users can bring their own API key, and just we would just let them right off the bat use Cloud Sonnet 4, not Opus, because it's getting
Yeah,
expensive. So Cloud Sonnet 4 by default, and then everything else would be user's choice. And yeah, that was it. And then the UI updates.
yeah,
So Victor, I don't know how much progress you made on the front end updates, but for to the gist of it, so now that we have AI integrations with the AI SDK, now we have the AI package. We are
Okay.
using a server action, and in that server action, we are creating a client that basically gets built on each of the each of the messages that is sent first into a AI chat. So
Okay.
for that is just one function, which is stream chat, which is in the AI
SDK.
server action folder. Um,
Okay. Sure.
it's coming from the from the package. So that is that. And then so you can basically use that function wherever you want to create a AI chat or use AI anywhere on the client side. So that's basically everything that you need to integrate from the backend that is coming that lets you use AI. So now the only thing remaining is the front end UI changes. So now that we have tool calls as well, and we have one tool by default on, which is web search. Um, we should have some kind of UI for that as well, that allows user to enable or disable it however they want, or just or and when it is enabled, it should show kind of a loading stage where it's calling the tool and getting the results, and then after
Okay.
that going forward, because right now what happens is it just shows nothing, and then shows whole
Just
string
go.
of text. So that's basically it. And I'll expose some loading states from the AI package so you can use that on the client side. So that's on the plan as well. But first of all, it's just that we need to update the AI chat UI that supports everything that I just said, and also that lets user choose models and set their own API key. But then setting their own API key will be on the settings page, so that's a different configuration. But then only choosing models and choosing tools should be in the AI chat.
All
Um,
right. Right.
so yeah, so that's basically what we kind of are hoping to do right now. So I was just like, now that you're done with the preview component, so now it would be good time to start working on this AI updates. And then also, mm, I would personally want it to be really modular, so that if you want to, for example, I mean, we talked about this, Victor, before as well. Like
Yeah.
if you just want to add a different thing, then it would just be creating a component and putting it into the parent component itself, and it was just be plug and play. Because AI chat could have a lot of things, a lot of tools, a lot of different things. So we should just keep all of that in mind while building the UI for this.
All right. Thank you so much. I think I still probably need to meet you and discuss this in detail. But I think I have like the idea of how it's meant to be. And
Yeah,
since we already met the last time, I think you gave me a lot of context about how I was going to go about it.
yeah, and yeah, if you want, we can have a long meeting about it and then go ahead from there.
Okay.
Yeah, so
How are you
that's
planning
the
to
plan
do
right now.
the How are you planning to do the settings page? Like, as far as
Ye-
layout?
the settings page, I'm thinking. So currently, I'm just thinking what do we have in the profile page, and what settings that the
Oh,
users can actually change. So currently, it's just that profile page, and then the settings would be. Yeah, I don't know where the settings would be. It should be a different page, I think. But yeah, I need some inputs.
well, how much stuff is there in the settings? It's
Well,
just API keys, right?
yeah, currently just the API keys of the providers that we would want to support, like
Okay.
whatever the providers, OpenAI, Anthropic, Mistral, whatever we decide on.
What do you think about adding them on the What do you think about adding them on the sidebar, on the left sidebar, like a settings?
Yeah, I mean there could be a settings button on the left side, and
Yeah.
then it leads to a settings page where users can set all of those things.
Oh yeah. No, I was just suggesting like it's just on the sidebar itself.
Oh,
Like
but then wouldn't it be kind of congested in a way?
a lot of wait, what? Like small? You mean
Yeah, the sidebar is kind of
small,
narrow. Yeah, exactly.
narrow? Yeah. Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Um,
we can, or I can just put in like something like this. I'll share my
it could be
screen.
narrow,
Um, oh wait.
but I do feel like leaving the page might be kind of
Yeah, I'm just thinking like
disruptive to the
putting it
process.
putting it over here, a button like we have this GitHub repository and help button, the settings page button here or here somewhere, and then this area should be just the settings of everything.
Yeah, I mean that will work. That will work. Yeah, I'm only thinking how much. Yeah, that'll work.
And then just like cursor we have like models. So if you wanna have models, model toggles as well, I can add that as well.
I just feel like as we have more and more settings,
Yeah.
you may want to be able to change some settings without leaving the editor.
Oh yeah.
And then the question is, if I open the settings page in a new tab in my browser and then I change settings, then do I have to refresh the page,
Oh yeah.
the
Yeah.
editor page? So, like, let's say you do a theme setting, for example.
Yeah.
That kind of is more better to have in the editor itself than on a
That
separate page.
that
Well,
that
maybe
is that is
that's
true.
what I'm thinking. What do you think, Victor?
Yeah, Victor.
You're muted.
Oh, you're muted, Victor.
Oh no.
Okay, now we can hear you.
So I think we should just probably think of an hybrid approach where we have like a settings page, a container of the whole detail, and also like a settings button on the
Mhm.
coordinator page itself where you can like show like a mini model of like the setting also that you can like perform within the page rather than having to go to the settings page to perform those changes.
Okay. Okay. Well, start with one way. I'll let you guys figure it out.
All right.
Okay, let's have
I don't
a
wanna
talk
really.
about it in a meeting we do later this week, Victor.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, we can always change this later, really easily. So
Yeah, yeah, it's really easy to change
over
those
optimize
stuff.
on something like that. It's
Yeah,
fine. I was just wondering. Yeah.
and yeah, and I have also some review on the preview button PR as well. So I'm just gonna share my screen again.
Yes.
I don't know why it doesn't let me share a window.
Oh, it's awesome.
It didn't. It doesn't, but we can talk about it later. I'll figure it out. So for right now, I don't
Mhm.
know if we should just let the preview run each time a socket is available.
Okay.
Because like whenever it gets loaded, um, it runs automatically.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if we should do that.
Okay. There is one. There is actually one issue with this,
Mhm.
which is that I think when you close the window, it doesn't stop the preview, which means every time you refresh, it will like start a new server. So that's like a small issue that can be fixed. What were you thinking, Akish? Do you think it's
Yeah, I should. I'm just thinking like
you
let's just.
prefer clicking it
Yeah,
manually?
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of 50-50 on it. If you guys want to have it as a setting, that would also be fine. Um, I do feel like I see both ways. Uh, yeah, I can kind of see both ways. being good.
Okay. I mean, we can put it in settings as well, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
start the preview right where the project gets loaded or something like that.
But yeah, for me, I'm the only thing I'm more concerned about right now is actually that there's just a bug where if I close the window, I think it leaves the. I think I'm not sure if it actually stops the preview server when you
Yeah,
close.
I think I experienced the issue also, where when I run the server the next time, I'll see it's going to change ports from port
Yes,
2000 to 3001.
exactly,
Ah,
exactly.
okay.
So if you
Okay.
refresh the page, it's not that it completely breaks. It'll go 3000, 3001, 3002, 3003.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's so and yeah, we're just burning server resources, which is fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it ran on 5175,
yeah.
and if I refresh,
So
it should run on a different. Yeah,
so
5176.
so the old one is all the old previous servers are still running.
Hmm.
I'm fully aware of this bug, and the only way for me, yeah, I need to solve it by like I need to come up with a clever solution for it because it's not that straightforward. Um, yeah, I need to
Yeah,
detect when the window is closed, and then I need to stop it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Till then, we can just reduce the number of running servers by just not starting it right away, I think.
Okay. It's fine for it's. I'm fine either way.
Okay. And then other thing is um, the UI is. I mean, this is fine, but then if I change it, I don't know how I feel about the animation.
Which one?
Yeah. I think I can see that. Like when it changes the.
Um.
And then if I stop the preview, then I
uh,
get this.
yeah. So yeah, yeah, and this is kind of what I was getting at before, where like there's like nobody actually minimizes windows these days. They just close them. So I do think that having like a tiled window manager where it just closes would actually be a lot more easier.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
But I do like this animation. I think that's pretty neat. Like
Yeah.
that that'd be pretty cool to keep.
Okay. I mean, I'm fine.
Personally, I wouldn't minimize the thing. I would just close it, and then on the left sidebar, I would have like a preview icon.
Hmm. Yeah. Makes
That
sense.
seems less cluttered to me.
Hmm.
Anyways, this is like small stuff.
Yeah. This is small stuff.
The
It's
AI
not.
chat is honestly the most important thing right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so it's fine that we just work on the AI chat for the next few weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, Victor, let's have a meeting later this week about this, how we would go. And meanwhile, you can just start working on it if you want as well.
Yeah, sure. So we're working with the UI already, like the components that we mentioned last time we met.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You can take some inspiration from them.
Okay.
Okay. Um, are you going to merge this PR, Akhilesh?
I
The
think I still need to make some changes, like some of the things that you pointed out.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
When I
Yeah,
make them, I'll let you know.
yeah. And just
Okay.
that, yeah. And let's just like till we have the settings page, let's just put the auto run on hold,
Okay.
Victor.
All right.
Okay. But just keep that in like commenters out somewhere or something so we can toggle it later on when we add the settings page.
You guys are gonna have to add some settings into the database.
Mm-hmm.
Victor, you said that you were struggling with the database migration. Uh,
Yeah.
but yesterday, someone said in the chat that they love Drizzle.
Ah, yeah.
I think the problem was the fact that I didn't have like my drizzle folder, so like it didn't keep track of the previous migration I had. So basically, I had to like clear out my
Hmm.
database and
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I also had to recreate a new database because
Yeah,
of that.
What happened to your Drizzle folder?
I don't know. It just disappeared. Maybe I deleted it mistakenly, and so it's not tracked by Git, so just went
Yeah.
away.
Right, right.
Actually, we can track the result folder if you want on the main monorepo as well.
Hold up. Uh, so I just reorganized things.
Oh yeah, you
The drizzle
do track it. Yeah.
the drizzle there's the drizzle production folder
Hmm.
is checked into GitHub. The reason why we can't track your drizzle folder is that every contributor may have a different set of migrations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like one person might skip one migration and then the next migration is the last two migrations combined into one.
Yeah.
These kind of we can't individually track every person's development database.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Um, so you have to kind of do that on your own, I think.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep
Um,
her in a Git folder.
yeah, if you wanted to, you could do with Git submodules, but that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
But you could create you could create a separate repository just to track it if you wanted to.
Yeah. And once you figure it out, like
Yeah,
once it's all set in your local or development database, it's all good from there.
yeah,
It's just that once you figure it out,
yeah.
then it's really simple.
So yeah, so you run npm run db generate db
Yeah.
migrate,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and we have the same commands for production, um, which will put it into the folder where it's actually tracked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so we do have tracked changes, but that's just for production. Yeah,
Makes sense.
Okay. Well, that's everything, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, that is, and when it's working, you can run db
Studio.
prod, and
Oh,
then that will create the migration file, and then I can just run the migration myself after you've
Okay.
created the PR. That's fine. Cool.
now we have everything on the Neon database, right? For on Vercel.
Yeah, it's running on Neon.
Okay.
Um, it's just a Postgres. It's just a hosted Postgres.
Yeah, yeah. I've used this before. I was just confirming.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. I finally set up my own on production on like development
yeah.
deployment on Vercel as well. So now
Cool.
I'm gonna be working from there so that we for sure know that everything will
It
work
works.
after it's deployed as well.
Deployment. I think a couple of weeks ago, we had like some issues where they only happen in production.
Yeah, exactly. It was a mess.
Do you guys know? Yeah, we had that happen again. Do you guys know if there's a good way to set up a staging branch on GitHub?
Yeah, if, yeah, we would have to add a workflow for that, so that every time a commit is merged or like every time is a pull request is created, it deploys on a staging branch or a preview branch on on the branch that branch or that PR is getting it will get uh, deployed on Vercel on a preview or a staging environment.
Yeah,
Well, I think though, that happens. Or does it not happen? I think it does, but it needs James's permission for that to work, like to deploy on Versa.
Oh, do
really.
we? I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see the comments like there's like comments from the Vercel bot
Oh
saying
yeah,
attempt
yeah, yeah.
sorry, attempts to
Yeah,
deploy
but that
this.
I don't know if that is
That
getting
what
deployed on production or not production, but what environment that is getting deployed on. So it's just that. I, since we have the Vercel bot already, then we
Yeah.
just need to like update some settings on the Vercel settings, Vercel dashboard.
Yeah. Do you see on the PRs? Do you see a staging branch? I've seen it before. Now I don't see it.
Uh,
Oh, authorization required. Okay.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just analyze it.
Okay. Approve. Okay. I'm clicking approve.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Yeah. It started to deploy.
but my concern is that the clerk doesn't work. But let's see.
Oh, I think we can also. I mean, there was something that I set up in Superbase, but there is something called wildcard domains. That is in Superbase, but I don't know if Clerk has it. So we can just add like um, slash star something dot versal dot your app dot com or something like that, and then it would basically use that domain as a redirect for the authentication.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a thing on Superbase, but I don't know if Clerk has it. But I can take a look.
Yeah, that might actually fix this.
Yeah,
Let's see.
but
So
then
it's deploying.
yeah, but then for this specific check where it was failing, it was because the PR, whoever is making a PR, is not a member of the organization or something.
Okay.
So for this, you will always have to approve it.
Oh, yeah, and then it's probably like $20 a month,
Yeah, yeah, it's 20 a month.
right? So I'm thinking about doing that anyways.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Let's see if this works.
Yeah, this should work. I
It's
think.
got like
Okay.
a minute left.
Yeah, this should work.
2 minutes.
Okay, yeah, they have something like this on Clerk.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
it worked. Okay,
Well,
yeah, it did work.
let's try it. So this is the preview. Okay. Yeah, and I get this black screen. Um,
Oh, it's just a black screen.
I'm literally getting this black screen.
That's weird. Oh, can you delete the cookies and see what happens? Probably you'll get a login screen, sign in screen.
Yep, I did. Okay, I got it. Oh no, I now I'm getting login to Vercel screen.
Oh, okay. Um,
Uh, yeah, it wants like unlock. Okay, use passkey. Okay, so I just signed into Vercel because you have to be signed
mhm.
into Vercel for that, and I get the black screen again.
Okay,
And
yeah.
I think it's to do with clerk. Yeah. Uh huh. Check this out. Can you see this?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Production. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
production
So,
keys are only allowed for domain GitWit.dev. Yeah.
so there is something called satellite domain on Clerk,
Yeah.
which is where you can add like a um, wildcard domain kind of a thing that Superbase has. But but then that deployment or that for that app you will have to add like a separate everything separate for that deployment. Like every key is separate for that, and then next public clerk domain is a different variable that you need to add. And oh sorry, next public clerk is satellite, which is a different variable that you have to add in the PNV. So
Uh, what do we have to do?
yeah, so there's like this, you'll have to set this up.
Can you
And
just tell us like step by step?
yeah,
What,
yeah,
what
I'll send it in the chat as well.
okay.
So but it's a paid plan thing, so
Okay. Oh,
yeah. I'm not sure if you should just
of course it is.
yeah, yeah. So
Okay, so we're just gonna get rid of clerk.
yeah, exactly. You should just use next auth or something like that.
Um, so yeah, let's just talk about that real quick. If see if it's feasible.
Yeah,
How we're feeling about that. So, yeah, I think we could do with just GitHub login for a while,
yeah, yeah.
and then with Nextauth, like it shouldn't be too hard to do that actually.
Yeah, it shouldn't be hard.
And you could
My only
actually just keep the existing accounts, right? Because we
Mhm.
can check the email address, can't we?
You're saying just the GitHub login, but not with clerk.
People with Google accounts wouldn't have access anymore, but
Exactly. Yeah.
if we are okay with that,
I think
then
there's a way to like export the users from Clerk. I think they allow that.
yeah, I've done that before. I have actually a special script for that. But what do you actually get when you export it? You just get some unique IDs and you get their email addresses. Um, like Kirk is still using their email address as the key, as the main key, as far as I know, which we also should have, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, let me check if there is a.
So yeah, you can export from Clerk, but I think Clerk is still just checking the email address against the GitHub account. That's what I think is happening. Victor?
I really don't have an idea
Yeah.
about that.
So I think it would actually be possible. You just use GitHub login,
Hmm.
and then basically they log in with GitHub, and then when they get a successful login, you just look up the user by the email address, and GitHub gives you their email address, their primary email address with GitHub. So I think that's like actually the simplest way to do it. Might be worth doing.
That could work, yeah? You could experiment with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Something to think about.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Great. Enough to do.
Yep. Yes, sir.
So I guess I'll just write down some notes. Um, wow, am I losing power? Huh. Did you see that?
No.
Okay. Next steps. Next steps are you guys are refactoring the
Yeah, chat.
AI chat.
Yeah. Hmm.
Possible things to do in the future. You guys refactoring and adding settings. Um,
So,
time window manager, and
Yeah.
bin clerk. Okay, I just put my notes in the WhatsApp.
Okay.
Anything else I'm missing from there?
The window manager, minimum clerk, and settings. Yeah, yeah, that's basically the gist of it.
Okay. Well,
I think we discussed the settings too, like the settings page.
oh yeah, that's it. That's in there.
Okay.
I
I
said
think yeah,
adding
that.
settings.
Okay.
There's a second.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's there.
Anything else missing?
I think
Yeah.
that's
That
everything.
covers everything. Mm-hmm.
Great. All right. Well, thanks everyone.
Yeah.